Blew an engine and oil spilled on the track that caused Harry Gant to lose control and tag the wall on lap 70 for the second yellow flag of the day. Due to the accident in the first caution, Michael Waltrip and Bobby Hillen were transported to a local hospital for x-rays. We rejoin the race now on lap 89 with Dale Earnhardt leading the way here on ESPN Classic.
There's the man they're chasing, the Goodrich Chevrolet driver, Dale Earnhardt. 8 wins in 1990, trying to make it win number 9.
But I tell you, there's a guy back there that's doing some serious chasing. That's Darrell Walker. We saw Earnhardt go down in the corner on the bottom of the racetrack. He's running the bottom all the way around. Meanwhile, the third place car, Darrell Walker, is running the top groove and is gaining on Earnhardt.
Darrell, show you the interval there between Earnhardt. Of course, Schrader right behind him, and here comes Waltrip, the big Tide colors, starting to march in on his teammate, Kenny Schrader.
And watch Darrell. We're going to let the camera watch Darrell, how much higher he's going to go through this corner than Earnhardt. Whoop, way up there next to the wall.
Here's the streak that's in danger. Darrell Waltrip still winless in 1990. He has won at least one race per year for the past 15 years. Likewise, Terry Labonte has won every year since 1983, the last 7 years in a row, and Waltrip is coming.
And Darrell needs the money because he's going to be an owner next year. Ooh, there's some little contact between the Jeff Bodine Bud Ford and the Kodak Film Oldsmobile of Ernie Irvin.
Bodine on the inside, Irvin up high. These two cars battling for the 8th, 9th spot.
And you mentioned Darrell needing the money. That's because he's going to own his own team.
Yeah, that's right. He's got people to pay and bills to pay. Of course, Western Auto's money will probably help do that, but nevertheless, a little more won't hurt anything.
Already mentioned that Jeff Hammond and many of the current Tide crew will go with Darrell Waltrip next year in that Western Auto Chevrolet for 1991.
Jeff Bodine is able to make the pass on Ernie.
You know, when we talked to Mark Martin during the caution, he said the track was getting very slippery. And I think it's the slickest, Benny, that it's been since they've been here this week. This is the warmest day they've had. On Friday, when they qualified, a cold front came through and it got cold. Back when they were qualifying, it perhaps dropped into the low 60s or maybe even into the high 50s. Yesterday was about 70 degrees, and the hotter temperature will make the track slicker.
There's our leader, Dale Earnhardt. And he will come up into turn 3 and 4. We will back off our cameras and give you what we call our field snapshot here as he exits turn 4. And we will show you the relationship between the leader and the rest of the car still running here in the field. You pick out your favorite driver and cars. They come down the front straightaway.
Ooh, driver almost hitting the wall. Rick Mass coming off the corner.
Well, you can see them sliding as they come off of that turn. It is very slick. Richard Petty, he's a lap down.
Dale Jarrett, the Citgo car, coming by. And our leader, Dale Earnhardt, coming back out of turn 4. 30.9 seconds.
That's 116.5 miles an hour.
And they qualified at 28.90, so they have slowed down 2 seconds from qualifying because of the heat in the tires.
And the slicker racetrack.
Okay, Earnhardt is a leader, but the battle that's really starting to heat up is just behind him, where Kenny Schrader and fellow Hendrick teammate Darrell Waltrip, just coming into your picture beneath the Goodyear Bridge, will begin to do battle for second spot. Now, last week, the 17 car and the 5 car and the 18 car, 3 of the 4 Hendricks cars came out here to test. Everyone expected Waltrip to run pretty well today. Why didn't Schrader come? Well, the 25 team had used up all 7 of their test stakes, and they were ineligible to test for the remainder of the year.
That's a rule that NASCAR mandated in the middle of the season, that a team could only test at a Winston Cup racetrack. Oh, look at Darrell Waltrip just drive up on the inside of Schrader. But NASCAR mandated that a team could only test 7 days at a NASCAR Winston Cup racetrack, and Schrader had used all 7 of those days. He couldn't test. But, you know, Ricky Rudd was talking about that they were sharing information now, so I would guess that what Ricky Rudd and Greg Sachs found out, they shared with Ken Schrader, and that's one reason he's running as well today as he is.
Darrell Waltrip showing he's gaining on it. 3 top 10 finishes the last 3 times out.
He is definitely faster through the corners, fellas. And, you know, it looks like when he needs to run low, he can do that, too.
He needs to get by Schrader quickly if he's going to have any thoughts of running down Earnhardt, because Earnhardt is pulling away from these guys.
There's Dale Earnhardt in the Goodrich Chevrolet. We'll show you the interval between Earnhardt and that battle back for second place. Widen out there in turn 3, and there's second place again. Waltrip has a run, has a shot on the inside, trying to hug it, but Schrader has the preferred groove on this flat racetrack on the outside. Just can't quite muscle enough to get off the corner to get underneath Kenny Schrader.
He's just got momentum. Coming off these corners, the higher the groove, the more momentum you can get off the corners. It's a longer distance, but momentum means a great deal going down the straightaway on such a short, flat racetrack.
Tremendous green flag racing here in the Checker 500. We're just past the 4th way mark here. About 50 laps shy of the halfway mark as Dale Earnhardt goes around Mike Chase. A record crowd on hand. Stay with us. Lots of laps to come your way. And where's Mark Martin, guys?
Tell you what, Mark Martin is struggling, and I mean struggling big time.
Let's check into Martin pits and see exactly what the problem is. Rick DeBrule is standing by with team manager Steve Meal. Rick?
Mark was running so hard early on. Now he seems to be hanging back. What's the problem?
Yeah, we got a little bit loose. The sun's got real high and the racetrack's got real hot. We're a little bit too loose to pass anybody. It's hard enough to pass that it is. So Mark's just going to drive the car as straight as he can. We got to pit in about 25 or 30 laps. We'll try to tighten them up. But you really don't want to take a chance at this place because it's just so darn hard to pass.
We saw that one time when he tried to pass Ken Schrader coming off the second corner, and Schrader almost spun out. And if he had spun, he'd been right in front of Mark, and obviously he would have been in the crash as well.
Well, Darrell Waltrip tried it low for a while and decided he would just use his high groove that had got him up there, moves right around Kenny Schrader, and takes over the second position.
Well, he made that look easy.
He did make it look easy. Tell you what, Bob Jenkins is on the telephone talking to our producer before the show, and he picked Darrell Waltrip to win, and I said, you know, Jenkins got a brain problem, but you know something, Bob? You may be right.
He's looking very good.
Of course, he's still got a brain problem, but he might be right here.
I thought he had a back problem.
Darrell Waltrip running second. He's gone by Kenny Schrader and now pulling away from Schrader. Some 6 or 7 car lengths in about a lap and a half. Waltrip making that high groove work to his advantage. There's Dale Earnhardt, the Goodrich Chevrolet. We will try to back out here and just show you what the interval is as Darrell Waltrip now starting to close a little bit. Earnhardt coming out of turn 3 beneath the Goodyear Bridge, and there is DW. It's a little
less than 3 seconds, fellas, time-wise. We'll see after we run a few laps, just see if he's able to, now that he's moved away from Schrader, if he is able to pick up anything on Dale Earnhardt.
And watch Kenny Schrader. When Darrell Waltrip passed him and Darrell moved back up to his favorite groove on top of the racetrack, Schrader went right up there with him and is running the same groove now that Darrell is running.
Well, let's put the clock on Dale Earnhart and see what kind of interval we're getting here as Earnhardt comes out of turn 4, and we will head to the start-finish line. The interval between his car and Darrell Waltrip. Here comes the Tide Chevrolet, 2.9 seconds.
I told you it's a little bit under 3 seconds.
Good, Ben. That's.
I don't think that producer wants to take your word for it, Ned.
Okay. And we are told we're going to do it one more time, and we'll see indeed if Darrell Waltrip is going to be able to close on Earnhardt. Coming out of 4, up to 145 miles an hour, 150, then back in the brakes. Here comes, well,
Lost a little.
He lost a little bit.
Now, he had some traffic there.
Yeah, lost a tenth of a second. And certainly the traffic can make a great deal of difference. But, well, no, Darrell didn't run in on traffic that time, did he?
No, he didn't.
So,
as a matter of fact, Darrell ran down on the bottom of the racetrack that time. That tells me that the crew tells him that he's losing time to Dale Earnhardt. Look around on the racetrack. Try to find a better place. Darrell moved down. He's trying to pick up, find a better groove, a faster way around this racetrack.
And you got to wonder what Kurt Shelmerdine and Richard Childers have said to Earnhardt, too. They told him that Waltrip has already gone around the Schrader and may be coming.
There's Bill Sedgwick, Art Krebs' boy, John Krebs in the 99, Rick Wilson.
For Sedgwick and Krebs are Winston West drivers, Sedgwick in the battle for the championship.
Right, he has a slim 1-point lead over Bill Schmidt. There is Sedgwick in the car number 76, 35 years of age, currently being shown in 22nd position. Sedgwick has only run here once before. Now, he had a pretty good lead in the past 2 Winston West races, and he had engine trouble, and that lead dissipated considerably. Just to the right of your screen, the man who's chasing him, 3-time Winston West Series champion, Bill Schmidt, in the car number 73. And there is Schmidt in a Chevrolet Lumina. They're running right together, much like our Winston Cup battle. They're running within a spot or two of each other. Schmidt currently being shown in 23rd position. Now, these guys will battle in relation to each other with regard to the Winston West Championship. And moments ago, Dale Earnhardt had a very close call. Let's take a look.
Earnhardt's down on the inside of one of the Winston West cars, and the Winston West car doesn't know he's there. Comes down, and there is some contact. The guy almost spins out.
That's Mark Reed in the car number 72, and similar to what happened to Rusty Wallace here a year ago. You know, Earnhardt dove down there. He saw some opening, but he has not raced with these guys enough to know what moves they're going to make when they go into the turn.
Mark Reed has very little experience even in Winston West competition. He's doing a pretty good job here, but that could have been very costly for Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt seems to have everything going his way here in the Checker 500. We asked Dale Earnhardt earlier, what do you have to do in these last 2 races to win the title? How about it, Dale?
Ain't nothing to do, but just go out there and race him hard and try to, you know, win the race, do what you can to win, gain all the points you can gain. If I can get close before we go into Atlanta, I think we can put the pressure on him in Atlanta, but, you know, we've got to race hard to do that.
Indeed, he would like to be close, and as Ned and Benny showed you at the top of the show, Earnhardt's record in Atlanta is nothing short of awesome.
Oh, he's phenomenal in Atlanta. He runs a line in Atlanta that's incredible.
Got him a pretty good line here today, too.
Yes, yes.
Although now, according to my unofficial stopwatch, the last time around, Darrell Waltrip had closed just a little bit. He had closed about 2 3/4 seconds. You know, it was 3 seconds before. Now he'll probably lose a little bit more to Darrell. Earnhardt will as he passes Hut Strickland.
Now, Earnhardt and a lot of drivers were very happy to get back on the bias ply tires this week. Earnhardt was saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like Gomer Pyle here, saying that he likes to have these bias ply tires. They're a little more predictable, and he can work with them on the stagger. Right now, he's staggering everybody else here in competition. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.